Good evening from London, and hello from me, Dr. Dermot Hudson, Chairman of the British Group for the Study of the Juche, Chairman of the Korean Friendship Association of the UK, an official delegate of the KFA for the UK, and also President of the Association for the Study of Songun Politics. And of course, today is a very important day. It is the 74th anniversary of the foundation of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. And I'm sure you would have seen on KCNA on our Facebook pages and on YouTube, there's been very big celebrations of this important event, which marked the birth of Juche, Korea, some 74 years ago. Anyway, I'm just going to give my thoughts on the significance of this anniversary. Now, to start with, I'd like to sort of point this out. 10 days ago, Gorbachev, the worst ever traitor to socialism, the Judas of the 20th century, passed away. But the DPRK has outlived Gorbachev, the man who wanted to destroy it. And it's also significant that the DPRK is celebrating its 74th anniversary, whereas the Soviet Union only just made it to its 69th anniversary, and thanks to Gorbachev was actually dissolved some 6 weeks later. So why has the DPRK, People's Korea, outlasted both the old USSR and Gorbachev? Well, it is because of Juche-based socialism. The socialism of the DPRK, which is invincible, durable and ever victorious. Socialism in the DPRK is the DPRK's own. It is not a model of a foreign it is not a copy of a foreign model. Contrary to commonplace myths in the West, which even some on the left believe, the DPRK was not set up by the Soviet Union, nor was it a copy of the Soviet Union. The DPRK pursued its own path to socialism and mapped out its own policies based on the Juche idea. The DPRK was never dependent on the Soviet Union but self-reliant. Also, the DPRK did not fall because it opposed revisionism and saw through Gorbachev's schemes to disintegrate socialism. And by the way, a little known fact is that Gorbachev himself actually received a bribe of $100,000 from the South Korean puppet dictator Roh Tae-woo. That's a very interesting fact that explains a lot, but not really part of the remit of this video. Anyway, in December 1986, not long after Gorbachev had announced perestroika in the Soviet Union, President Kim Il-sung, speaking to the Supreme People's Assembly of the DPRK, said, "The People's Government must guard against the poisonous ideas of capitalism and revisionism and resolutely fight against all attempts to infringe upon the socialist system." End of quotation. In January 1987, President Kim Il-sung pointed out that modern revisionism, which has appeared in the international communist movement, is also creating a lot of difficulties for our revolution. on the pretext of reforming and reorganising socialism. The modern revisionists are following the road to capitalism and abandoning internationalist principles. It is therefore difficult for us to expect from them cooperation based on internationalism and the building of socialism. What is worse, they are applying economic pressure on us because we do not follow their wrong revisionist policy. End of quotation. And of course, this was an attack on perestroika, and and it was basically calling out the direction the Soviet Union was heading, and rejecting those policies being imposed on the DPRK. And DPRK is here celebrating its 74th anniversary long after the USSR fell. And it's also interesting to note that yesterday the DPRK passed a law on nuclear weapons, and the nuclear status of the DPRK has been made irreversible. And I think this shows that the DPRK is sticking to revolutionary principles and not selling out to imperialism like so many countries have done, and it's great to see that. But anyway, I'll say more about that in another video. To return to the subject of the DPRK's foundation, as the great leader Comrade Kim Jong-il correctly pointed out in his classic 2008 work, the DPRK is a genuine people's country. Such profound meaning and great importance is compressed into 3 simple words. The DPRK was founded on the 9th of September 1948 and is an authentic country of the people in every sense of the word. Its very foundation was a manifestation of the will of the people. In April 1948, President Kim Il-sung called a consultative conference of politicians from both the North of Korea and the South. A wide range of people attended the conference, including some veteran Korean nationalist politicians from South Korea. It was agreed to form a unified Democratic People's Republic of Korea and hold elections in both parts of Korea. In August 1948, these elections were held. In the North, 99.9% of the people voted. In South Korea, because of the US occupation and brutal fascist repression, 77% of the people took part in the elections. On the 9th of September 1948, the newly elected Supreme People's Assembly proclaimed the foundation of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The foundation of the DPRK came about as a result of the liberation of Korea from Japanese imperialist colonial rule in August 1945 and the victorious Korean Revolution. The people of Korea formed people's committees, instruments of popular rule. In the South, which was occupied by the US imperialists in September 1945, the People's Committees were banned and dissolved by the US occupation forces. But in the North, the People's Committees founded a central organ of power, the Provisional People's Committee of North Korea, headed by the great leader Comrade Kim Il-sung, and carried out democratic reforms such as the agrarian reform, labour law, law on sexual equality, and the nationalisation of basic industries. This laid the basis for the foundation of the DPRK. The origins of the DPRK actually go back much further to the days of the anti-Japanese armed struggle led by President Kim Il-sung, during which People's Revolutionary Governments, a new form of power based on the worker-peasant alliance, was set up in the guerrilla zones in the early 1930s. The People's Revolutionary Governments carried out land reform and instituted an 8-hour working day as well as equal rights for women. The foundation of the DPRK in 1948 realised the aims and goals of the earlier People's Revolutionary Government. The very name Democratic People's Republic of Korea reflects the independent and people-orientated nature of the DPRK. President Kim Il-sung himself proposed the name. Some factionalists and right opportunists tried to have the word peoples removed from the title, but President Kim Il-sung rejected this nonsense. From the day of its foundation, on the 9th of September 1948, the DPRK has done everything for the people. All kinds of people-orientated measures have been enforced. Universal free medical care was introduced in 1953 when the country was in the flames of war. There is free education up to all levels. Citizens are provided with housing almost free of charge. Public transport is very cheap. The minimum fare is, about the or flat rate fare for the metro is the equivalent of 3p in British money. Taxation was abolished in 1974. The DPRK is truly a country for the people, a great country of the people. Long live the foundation of the glorious Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Long live People's Korea. Long live Juche. Long live self-reliance. Long live respected Marshal Kim Jong-un. Thank you for listening to this video. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel Songun 007, please consider subscribing, and also subscribing to our affiliated channel Korean Friendship Association of the UK. And we have an active publishing program. We've published a number of books, both by myself and other people in the British Group for the Study of the Juche Idea and KFA UK. You can find them on lulu.com. There'll be a link in the description of this video. And lastly, we always need your support. Please give support by participating in our events, both online and in real life, and in supporting the Korean Friendship Association in the UK and the British Group for the Study of the Juche Idea in their mission to defend people's Korea with no ifs or buts, and to study the Juche Idea. Thank you for listening today. Have a great day. Hope you will all celebrate the foundation of the DPRK in your own way, and see you again. Goodbye.